or good morning, everyone. My persuasive speech is going to be on football and why you should play more of football. So, by a show of hands, how many of you have played football? Whether it's flag or tackle. Alright? And so, by the show of hands, I'm sure that you guys do play football. And so, my thesis is going to be to talk about details on why you should play more football. And so my first main point is, my points are going to be, it's good in academics, it's benefits of playing football, and I'm going to end off with trying to persuade more of why I play football. So let's go into the first main point of academics. I'm sorry if you can't really see the lines. I don't know why, but it came out really dark. And so it's mental state. So it teaches you mental state. You might not think that football is actually a lot of math. When you're running routes, you're actually doing a lot of angles, which here is the post routes. You can do, there's usually they just hook routes, and you can see that it's actually just angles, 90 degrees, or you can see that it's just you can see that it's tangents when you're using math, and you can even see where you have smaller angles, which could be acute angles. And then as well, for improvement in academics, it's proven to be that when you do football, you're actually improving academics because you're learning to regulate your time and have time to study. So when you have time to study, you have your responsibilities measured out, and so it helps you to get through high school as well. And according to an unknown author of Psychological and Social Benefits of Playing Football, a study in 2007, that students that played football were actually 73% more likely to graduate within 6 years from their college that they have been requested to. And then so let's go on into my main point, which is the benefits of playing football. So you learn teamwork, and this is actually a picture of me, which me and my team were actually running for, I think he was the running back. And so it shows teamwork because if he was to miss the tackle, I would actually be there to help and assist on that tackle. And it takes a lot of communication as well, because if you two do run at each other or run at an angle at your opponent, and you guys do not communicate to say who's gonna go at which angle, you could end up just crashing and hitting each other and basically missing the tackle. And as well, it's a great extracurricular. I know you probably heard that they always say that taking an extracurricular after school is good because it helps to it looks better on your resume or on your college for a job when you're going in, because it shows that you know how to regulate your time. Because if you're going into a job and you're, say there's a guy that has good grades but he doesn't do anything like football here, then you have another person that has on his resume that he actually plays football, does an extracurricular, they would actually most likely take him because he knows how to responsibly regulate his time and still have time to play football and keep a good grade, a good GPA average. And so, according to National Federal State High School Association, did a study in 2002 by Department of Education, found that students that didn't do extracurriculars were 49% more likely to use drugs and 37% more likely to become teen parents. So it actually keeps you away from all the other distractions as well. It keeps you, once again, it keeps you regulated. And so let's move on into my third main point, which is the why play football. So physically healthy, it's very physically healthy because you're always running. Even linemen, you think that you're not doing much. You're just standing there blocking. You're actually using every muscle in your body. You're using your legs, and as well, you're using your arms when you're actually blocking. You're using a lot of motion. And so I put these pictures as the pictures as a good way of showing how physically you can be. When you look at a football player, they don't really look as skinny. They look pretty lean and pretty cut. And then why play football as well is it also teaches you leadership. On a football team, you can have four captains, which they would lead everyone on. Basically, they would have defensive captains, you'd have offensive lineman captains, and your corner captains. So I incorporated this picture of actually captains of two of my favorite, I wouldn't say favorite, but I would say Oregon's is my favorite. My stepdad actually went and taught at Berkeley, so that's why I picked. So it teaches leadership because when you go up there, you're actually, as you're a captain, you're leading your team to start off the game. And so let's go into the conclusion. So there goes again Oregon. So restating my thesis, so discussing the details of why you should play football. I hope that I persuaded you enough to have more of a liking for football and want to play more. And restating my main points is, my first main point was on academics. My second main point was on the benefits of playing football. And then lastly but not least is why play football. And